Hello and welcome to today's stretching video. We're going to be stretching on, focusing on low back here, trying to kind of loosen up your low back. Maybe you've been doing a lot of sitting, uh, being quarantined these last few days. Feels like forever. So we will get started. All you need is just some carpet, or if you have some hardwood, just grab some a mat as well, some cushion for your knees as well. So we'll get started. So we're gonna get into a tabletop position here, and from here we're just gonna sit back into child's pose, and just do a nice stretch into that low back. What we can do is, if we want to get a nice stretch into your inner thigh as well, we can take your knees a little wider and then sit back into that child's pose. So sitting back, you'll feel that stretch into the low back, into that inner thigh. Neck is relaxed, arms reaching forward. And nice big deep breath in. And big deep breath out. And we'll slowly slide the hands in, coming back up into that tabletop position. We're getting a nice stretch into our shoulders here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees back into that hip distance apart here. We're going to take that right arm, we're going to reach it up, and then feed it through underneath, resting onto the side of your head. As we reach through there, we're going to feel a nice stretch into that side, into the back of the shoulder, and reaching across. Once again, your neck should be relaxed. Feel a nice stretch into the shoulders. And slowly bring that arm back up. On another note, unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing music. We're going to try to avoid playing music on all our videos here, as we have come across some copyright issues with music here. So if you want some music while you watch these videos, you can play some in the background as you watch these videos here. So we'll get over to the left side here. So this time we'll reach that left arm up, feed it through, falling over side of your head, and relaxing here. Once again, neck is relaxed, feel a nice stretch into that shoulder, reach it across the body. And we'll slowly unwind, coming back into that tabletop position. We're going to get more of a stretch into that inner thigh if you didn't take your knees nice and wide into that child's pose here. So we're going to come up onto our knees here, bring our left leg out, hands back down here. And what we can do is we can start rocking forward or rocking backwards. I did the opposite there, but what we want to do is start moving our body either forward or back. And once you find that tight spot into that inner thigh, you just want to hang out here. If this is hurting your wrist, maybe coming down onto your forearms. If you happen to have a yoga block, maybe you can't get as low, get that yoga block underneath. And just kind of hanging out here. And if we're feeling loose, then just kind of move your body around. See if there is another tight spot that you feel there. And okay, we'll bring that knee back in. This time we'll take it to the right side. So right leg out. Once again, start to go back, maybe forwards. Once again, once we find that tight spot, just hang out there and feel that stretch. And once we start to feel loosen up, then kind of readjust, reposition into a new spot. And, all right, so you can keep continuing here. And let's bring that knee back in here. This time we're going to kick our feet back. We're going to come into a high plank. So kicking the feet back, get a nice stretch into the calves. So dig into that downward facing dog, looking between our feet, hanging out here. And from here we can start to pedal up the feet if we would like. Stretching out each calf, so one up, we're dropping the other, and slowly back into that high plank. We're going to sweep that left leg forward, coming into a pigeon stretch. So 3 options for you here. Option number 1, staying up onto your hands. Option number 2, down onto your forearms, eyes looking straight down. Or option number 3 is we can take this, roll it over onto our back, and get into a figure 4 glute stretch. So whatever feels comfortable for you. So 3, 2, or 1. Looking straight down. And just feel a nice stretch into that bum there. And just hang out here. And we'll bring the other leg forward. So once again, staying up onto the hands, onto your forearms, or if we were lying down, just over to the other side. So your 3 options. And for this next one, you're just going to need some wall space here. We're going to do some legs up the wall. Try to attack that hamstring here. A really good stretch, especially if you are dealing, your low back is feeling really tight here. So we'll get all that glute stretch here. I'm going to position this here so you can kind of see. So just need to find some wall space. What we're going to do is position ourselves with our legs against the wall, like so, and just arms to the side here. What we can do, if you're not really feeling the stretch in this position or in your position here, you can use slide your butt closer to the wall, like this. Maybe right against, depending on your flexibility. Or if this is too much for you, if you're right against the wall and it's too much, just slide your butt back. So just position yourself back. And then kind of ease up the tension there. So from here. So once again, just finding the proper length from the wall here for you. You should feel a nice stretch into those hamstrings. And and we'll slowly bring our feet down. We'll get a nice stretch in the outside part of our hips here. So let's do this, do this. So we're gonna lie on our backs here. So just lying down, having our feet hip distance apart. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop our knees over to the left side here. You should feel a nice stretch on the outside part of the hip here. If you're not really feeling stretch, then just slide your feet, bring them a little wider. And if it's too much, slide your feet closer, and we'll get a nice stretch in that outside part of the hip here. So once again, try to keep both shoulders on the ground, up, staring at the ceiling, talking to yourself maybe right now. And we'll bring those knees back up, then we'll drop it over to the other side, right side. So once again, bring your feet wider, closer, depending how much of a stretch you need. And once again, feeling on the outside part of our hip. So we're feeling it here, but on the other side. Finally, we'll bring our feet flat on the floor, knees back up, and what we'll do is we'll do some knee windshield wipers. So we'll just start dropping our knees off side to side, kind of holding it for a second, and then back up. So just nice and easy. So we're kind of getting some active movement into those hips. And I'll show you a nice little calf stretch here that I learned in yoga class. Very easy to do. You don't need a ball. All right, so now what we're gonna do is just roll over to one side so we come up into that tabletop position, and we'll finish off with the calf stretchers. So what we can do is we can bring our right foot up. I'm just gonna place it right on top of our calf, and we're just gonna sit back. So what we're doing is we're kind of sitting on top of our foot and pressing into the calf here. So we're kind of doing a little massage into the Achilles, and then maybe working up into the calf here. So we're using the top part of our foot here to apply pressure. And then once you find that sweet spot, just kind of go back and forth, reposition, find a new tight spot. And you can keep working, or we can flip it to the other side. So top off the foot, starting more lower part below the calf into the Achilles, and sitting down, a little more pressure, see how that feels, and then just working your way along here. So, and up here, ooh, there we go. So yeah, it's gonna be a little different for everyone, so just kind of go from the Achilles all the way up to your calf here, kind of see where you're feeling tight and all that. So, yeah. All right, so we'll come out of that stretch. So that is it for this little stretch break here. Tune in next time for another stretching video. And also we'll be uploading videos for workouts as well. So tune into our YouTube channel on a daily basis, as we'll have videos. So thanks for your time. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.